At the dawn of the American automobile age, countless names competed for attention. Yet one brand stood apart, not only for the cars it built, but for the way it told its story. Packard Motor Company was never just selling a machine. It was selling a promise of refinement, reliability, and social standing. For more than half a century, Packard's advertising was as carefully crafted as the cars themselves. And at the heart of it all, one of the most famous slogans ever written: "Ask the man who owns one." In the early 1900s, when many companies filled pages with technical claims and wild promises, Packard chose restraint. Their slogan, first used in 1901, cut straight to the point. If you want to know what makes a Packard special, don't ask us. Ask the man who owns one. This approach reflected confidence. Packard built some of the most reliable and elegant cars of their time, and they trusted their customers to spread the word. Advertising appeared in elite magazines like Harper's and the Saturday Evening Post, reaching doctors, lawyers, bankers, and diplomats. The images were refined, even understated, a quiet dignity that spoke louder than exaggeration ever could. In the 1930s, Packard balanced two themes: engineering excellence and aspirational lifestyle. Cars like the Twin 6V12 were advertised as technical marvels, yet the images were less about the engine itself and more about what ownership symbolized. Advertising highlighted smooth travel, glamorous evenings, and the quiet assurance of driving the car chosen by America's elite. But Packard also broadened its reach with the more affordable Packard 120, promoted as an entry into the world of luxury, a way for rising professionals to share in the prestige of the name. When war came, Packard turned its advertising from luxury to loyalty. Instead of showing elegant evenings, ads showed workshops, engines, and battlefronts. Packard built Rolls-Royce Merlin engines under license for Allied aircraft and powerful marine engines for PT boats. The message was clear. Packard's engineering wasn't just for luxury. It was helping win the war. Patriotic ads built goodwill and reinforced trust, keeping the brand alive in the minds of Americans even when civilian car production had paused. After 1945, Packard re-entered a booming market. The company turned to modern photography and full-color magazine ads, moving away from the illustrated campaigns of the past. They promoted their sleek Clipper styling, their Ultramatic automatic transmission, and later, the innovative torsion-level suspension. Ads often showed happy families or stylish couples. Packard was still refined, but now it needed to be approachable. The tone shifted. Where once Packard whispered exclusivity, now it spoke with mass-market optimism, promising both value and innovation. By the 1950s, Packard's advertising revealed the company's struggle. Where Cadillac and Lincoln had the power of General Motors and Ford behind them, Packard's campaigns seemed uncertain. The exclusivity that once defined Packard was replaced by promises of affordability and practicality. Bright, cheerful magazine spreads and television spots tried to present Packard as modern, but the brand's old prestige slipped away. The famous slogan still appeared, but its power had faded. To ask the man who owned one, by now, was to ask a man from a shrinking club. Packard's story is not only about automobiles, but about the art of persuasion. Few companies so perfectly matched their advertising to their identity. From the quiet elegance of the early 1900s to the aspirational glamour of the 1920s and 30s, to the patriotic pride of the 1940s and the hopeful optimism of the post-war years, Packard always understood that a car is more than transportation. It is an image, a reflection of who you are. Their most famous line, "Ask the man who owns one," remains one of the greatest advertising slogans of all time. Today, long after the last Packard rolled off the line, their ads still remind us of a golden age when prestige could be sold with a whisper, and trust was the strongest marketing of all. But perhaps there was another blind spot in Packard's story. During the war, women had built Packard's engines and kept the factories alive. Yet when peace returned, the company's advertising still spoke only to men. "Ask the man who owns one" was a powerful slogan in 1901. But by the 1950s, it seemed to ignore half the market. Packard was selling prestige, but not always progress.
Memories stir of luxury. Darling, let's rev up those dreams in fidelity. Madeline smile, Gable's style, there in the air. In that Packard, baby, we're a millionaire. Chrome so sleek, rides unique, that Packard flair. Vintage glam, like the stars with pretty care. Shiny grills, movie scenes, they can't compare. Gee, darling, ain't that Packard rare? The strip, headlight gleam, that's Hollywood style. Rolling smooth, past the signs, we own the miles. Big band plays, trumpet sways, we drive beguile. Hey, sugar, in that Packard we're Vogue's profile. Tail fins clean, white walls clean through sunset's glow. Old town chic, dashboard sleek, in the soft radio. Chrome reflects, time erects a grand tableau. Baby, in our Packard, we seal the show. Round each corner, flash bulbs pop, this chariot shines. In its leather, feel the ages, those lush golden times.